Your life as every level of sociopath. Level 1. The empty kid. You are 8 years old. It is 3:42 p.m. You are sitting in the principal's office. Your sneakers do not touch the floor. Your backpack is still on. Your teacher is crying outside. You are not. You are staring at a plastic plant in the corner. One leaf is bent. That bothers you more than what just happened. They ask you why you push the smaller kid. You shrug. They ask if you feel bad. You blink. You know the correct answer. You have heard adults say it before. So you lower your head. You make your voice smaller. You say, "I'm sorry." The principal softens. Your mother exhales. The teacher wipes her eyes. And you learn something. Not about kindness, about performance. You learn that faces are keys. A sad face opens one door. A guilty face closes another. A quiet voice makes adults relax. That is the reward. Control. Small control. The first taste of power. The cost is invisible. Because while other kids are learning empathy, you are learning scripts. Other kids feel bad. You study what feeling bad looks like. Other kids cry because they hurt someone. You cry because crying works. And no one knows the difference yet. Not even you. Level 2. The charming liar. You are 13 now. Middle school is a laboratory. Every hallway has a rule. Every group has a weakness. The popular kids want attention. The smart kids want approval. The lonely kids want rescue. The teachers want respect. You give each person the version of you they want. To adults, you are polite. To friends, you are funny. To victims, you are safe. To enemies, you are patient. You do not explode. You collect. Secrets, habits, fears, embarrassing screenshots. Who likes who cheats, who lies to their parents. You do not use all of it. Not yet. You only keep it. Like knives in a drawer. At lunch, you sit beside a quiet kid named Evan. He tells you his parents are getting divorced. You nod. You say, "That sucks, man." You do not feel anything, but you remember it. 2 weeks later, he says something that annoys you, so you smile. You mention his dad leaving, just softly, just enough. His face changes, and you feel it. Not guilt, impact. That is the reward. Influence, the ability to move people without touching them. The cost is your humanity thinning out, because every conversation becomes a transaction. Every friend becomes a file. Every apology becomes a tool. You are not the strongest kid, not the richest, not the smartest, but you are learning something stronger. People are doors, and emotion is the handle. Level 3. The social predator. You are 17. High school has made you sharp. You do not walk into a room, you scan it. Who has status? Who has money? Who has insecurity? Who wants to be loved? Who wants to be feared? You date carefully. Not for love, for access. A girl with strict parents. A boy with a car. A friend with a basement. A rich kid with a fake ID. And a father who owns a lake house. You become whatever they need. A listener. A rebel. A protector. A victim. You learn to cry on command. Not loudly. That looks fake. Just one tear. Right eye first. You practice in the bathroom mirror at 1:18 a.m. You learn when to pause, when to look away, when to whisper. I've never told anyone this before. People melt. People always melt when they think they are special. That is the reward. Access, parties, cars, rooms, bodies, passwords, trust. The cost is boredom. Terrible boredom. Normal people want the same things. Love, loyalty, honesty, closure. You find it repetitive. You start needing bigger games. Small lies stop feeling like enough. So you escalate. You create fights between friends. You leak half-truths. You play innocent. You watch two people destroy each other over a sentence you planted in 14 seconds. And when they ask if you know anything, you look confused. You look hurt. You say, "Why would I do that?" And they believe you, because by now, you are not just lying, you are acting. Level 4. The perfect mask. You are 22. College is over. Or maybe you never finished. It does not matter. You have a job now. $3,800 a month. An apartment with white walls. A used black Honda Accord. A clean LinkedIn profile. You own 3 Navy shirts because Navy makes people trust you. You have learned the adult costume. Firm handshake. Eye contact. Small laugh. Birthday messages. Coffee orders. Motivational quotes. At work, people call you reliable. At meetings, you speak last. You let everyone expose themselves first. Then you say the thing that sounds balanced, smart, mature, useful. Your boss likes you. Your coworkers trust you. Your girlfriend thinks you are finally opening up. You are not. You are curating. Every emotion has a purpose. Every silence is placed. Every favor is recorded. You lend someone $60, not because you care, because one day you will ask for something worth $600. That is the reward. Reputation. A mask so clean people defend it for you. The cost is exhaustion, because now you must remember every version of yourself. The caring boyfriend, the humble employee, the loyal friend, the wounded son, the ambitious young man. One mistake can crack the whole structure. So you become disciplined. You delete messages. You rehearse stories. You keep 2 phones. You never introduce certain friends to certain friends. You do not build a life. You build a stage. And every morning before leaving the apartment, you check the mirror. Not to see how you look, to see who you are supposed to be today. Level 5. The Corporate Climber. You are 29. You make $96,000 a year. You wear a $420 watch. You lease a gray Tesla Model 3. Your apartment has floor-to-ceiling windows and no personal photos. People call you successful now. They do not know success is just manipulation with better lighting. You have entered the corporate jungle. And finally, everyone is playing your game. They just call it networking. Strategy, leadership, performance. You learn office politics like a second language. You praise your boss in public. You undermine him in private. You mentor the intern. Then use his mistake to prove you are senior material. You make coworkers feel seen. Then make them dependent. You remember birthdays. You send articles. You ask about their dogs. You collect leverage in soft packaging. At 11:06 p.m., you send an email you know will start a panic. At 8:12 a.m., you arrive calm with the solution. People thank you. You created the fire, then sold the water. That is the reward. Money, status, promotion, a corner office, a reputation as the person who gets things done. The cost is paranoia, because predators recognize predators. Now you are surrounded by people who smile like you, people who take notes, people who forward emails, people who remember what you said in March. You stop sleeping deeply. You wake up at 4:40 a.m. checking your phone. You wonder who is plotting, who is watching, who is waiting for your mask to slip. For the first time, control starts controlling you. Level 6. The Intimate Destroyer. You are 34. You have a partner now, maybe a wife, maybe a husband, maybe someone who still believes there is a wounded child inside you. There is, but not the one they think. You know intimacy is dangerous because people who love you get close enough to see the seams, so you turn love into a maze. First, you overwhelm them. Flowers on a Tuesday, a weekend trip to Miami, texts at 2 a.m. I've never felt this before. Then slowly, you remove the floor. You criticize their friends. You question their memory. You make them apologize for things you did. You disappear for 6 hours, then return angry that they worried. You give affection like a slot machine. Random, bright, addictive. They start chasing the version of you from the beginning, the version that never existed. That is the reward. Devotion. Someone orbiting you. Someone defending you. Someone losing themselves while trying to understand you. The cost is exposure. Because romantic victims keep receipts, screenshots, voice notes, timelines, old friends, therapists. One day, they stop crying. That is the warning. They get quiet. They start documenting. They start using words like pattern, manipulation, abuse, gaslighting. Now your private kingdom has a witness. And for the first time, the person you trained to doubt themselves begins to doubt you instead. Level 7. The public monster. You are 41. The mask cracks. Not all at once. One post, one lawsuit, one ex, one employee, one recording you did not know existed. Your name trends for 6 hours, then 12, then 24. People who once praised you begin deleting photos. Your company releases a statement. Your friends say they are shocked. They are not shocked. They are scared of being connected. Your phone becomes a courtroom. Every message is evidence. Every old joke becomes a confession. Every person you used starts comparing notes. The intern, the ex, the coworker, the college friend, the cousin you humiliated at Thanksgiving, the quiet kid you broke in high school. They all have pieces. Separate, they looked small. Together, they look like you. That is the reward. Infamy. For one brief moment, everyone is looking at you. The cost is collapse, not moral collapse. That happened years ago. Practical collapse. Sponsors leave. Clients vanish. Lawyers call. Your partner moves out. Your mother says, "I don't know who you are anymore." But she does. That is the worst part. She is finally seeing who was always there. You try the old tricks. Apology, tears, confusion, victimhood, silence, anger. Nothing lands, because once people see the mask, they cannot unsee the glue. Level 8. The isolated king. You are 50. You survived. Of course you did. People like you often do. You still have money. Not as much, but enough. A house in Arizona, a black SUV, a locked office, a safe with $72,000 in cash, no close friends, only useful contacts, no real family dinners, only tense holidays, no partner, only arrangements. You sit on a leather chair at 1:09 a.m. The house is silent. Your phone is face down. Nobody is texting. Not because they hate you. That would still be attention. They have moved on. That is worse. You built a life out of control, and now there is nobody left to control. That is the reward. Freedom. No one questions you. No one demands honesty. No one expects warmth. You finally have the thing you always wanted. No emotional obligations. No vulnerability. No witnesses. The cost is emptiness. Real emptiness. Not sadness. Sadness would be human. This is colder. A museum of victories with no visitors. You scroll through old photos. People laughing beside you. People touching your shoulder. People believing in you. You do not miss them. Not exactly. You miss being able to make them stay. And that is when the final truth arrives. You did not avoid weakness. You became dependent on power. You did not escape emotion. You built your whole life around controlling it. You did not win. You just ended the game with no one left on the board. The mask. A sociopath does not always look like a killer. Sometimes he looks like the best employee, the perfect boyfriend, the calm friend, the confident leader, the person who never panics because panic requires attachment. The danger is not that he feels nothing. The danger is that he understands feelings perfectly, just not from the inside. He studies love like a lock, trust like a password, pain like a button, and every time it works, the mask gets stronger. Until one day, the mask is all that is left. No face behind it, no child to save, no secret soul waiting to be discovered, just a performance that went on too long and an empty room still waiting for applause.